battle video, and today we're gonna go ahead and get the last mission done for the collection of epic battles, stage 1, against the sort of super class Namek Saga sort of like, you know, characters or whatever. Although Vegeta is an extreme class character, right? But whatever. Alright, so we're doing full power, right? There's 3 like sort of like missions. There's full power, there's Planet Namek Saga, and then there's Sworn Enemy. All 3 are very clearly based around full power Frieza, right? That's sort of the intention there. I actually, this was my second attempt at this. I did try, like, I was sort of like playing around with a Frieza build, and I was actually pretty unimpressed with how full power Frieza looked. It's like, it's very easy with like third form Frieza and other characters to make full power Frieza look crazy, but like he's not really crazy next to like Golden Frieza, right? Because the problem with all the Golden Frieza units, except for the transforming EZA Frieza that, you know, just came out, is that none of the Golden Friezas have big bad bosses. So it's like you slide one of those Golden Friezas next to full power Frieza, Ki becomes an issue for him. His attack and defensive stats are just like way lower than you're used to. There's a lot of situations for like, okay, because again, it's easy for people to be like, all right, let's jump into the Legendary Goku event and like watch Frieza just like steamroll it. But like the way they do these difficult content stages now is they restrict you to certain categories, right? So it's like on full power, Frieza doesn't really have what he needs, I think, to make him look like sensational, at least within the constraints of picking up a proper leader and jumping in here. If full power had like an actual leader, which it doesn't right now, Dragon Ball Super Broly sucks. And the tech Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he also sucks. They both suck, right? So it's like, honestly, you probably want to build some sort of different category team to go through this. I would imagine like a lot of global players and stuff like that, like running a Bojack Space Traveling Warrior Time Traveler team, like, you know, with full power, probably would work well. Because like just a bunch of characters you're more likely to have ready to go, right? Because again, Space Traveling Warrior, like you'd be able to run like LR Jiren on that team and stuff like that. Although, well, I guess Jiren would work okay with Bojack just because Bojack supports, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like full power is honestly sort of a mess, right? Like it's just that full power needs its own legitimate leader, right? Like they really need a new full power leader. Frieza, I think, would have been like a good leader, but full power needs several different new leaders. I mean, I've talked about this a lot. You guys know where I sort of mention, I think a lot of these category teams really should have many different leaders, right? To really, you know, that would make these types of challenges more fun too, right? Is you could maybe go LR Full Power Frieza as a leader of full power, and, you know, build that way, or like maybe there's like a Namek Kaioken Goku as the leader that you could build that way, right? I don't like when they're like they do multiple leaders for like pretty much the same damn thing, right? Which is funny enough what full power has with full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then Broly is just basically prepare for battle Saiyans, 2 of them. Although Broly does have tracking speed as well. Now, the build we're running here, obviously, is pure Saiyans. I'm basically running a pure Saiyan team. Namek Goku is on full power. So, you know, I'm able to run him and sort of let him be the star of the show. I've talked about this, too. I think full power Frieza is almost just always going to look better than Namek Goku, I think. Like, unless you're using Frieza wrong, right? Like, Namek Goku's going to look better. But for like some of these challenge runs like this, Namek Goku, I think, can be quite a bit more impressive, right? Because the thing about full power Frieza, if you're not rocking him on rotation, right, to where he's like stacking and building up as well, then when that passive wears off, that actually could become an issue for you in difficult content. LR full power Frieza is not a unit really meant to be floating around, right? You want to get a couple of stacks of his defensive stack before his passive wears off at least. Right, whereas like Namek Goku, he works well, I think, in sort of like a fringe, sort of like floating like type role or something like that. You know, because he's stacking defense on 12 Ki, so the fact that he might struggle for Ki, which he does. Full power Frieza and Goku, there's a lot of situations you're going to see where they're struggling for Ki, right? Again, because it's like when you've got third form Frieza and you're drenching full power Frieza in support, which he does have the units to use with him. But, you know, there's some of these difficult category stages where you're not really able to do that, right? But if that is not around, Frieza can struggle for ki, Goku will struggle for ki. Now, that's one advantage Goku's got, right? Is that because of the fact that he stacks defense on his 12 ki, you only have to reach his 12 ki super attack, and we're getting those stacks in. Whereas that can be a major issue for Frieza, though, because he's stacking on 18 ki. Right? It's a very similar thing to Buhan and Buteng. So, I actually would say the defensive stack on 12 ki is superior to the 18 ki, right? Like, it leads to Frieza looking more impressive in, like, some of these showcases. But I think in terms of a practical usage, I think stacking on 12 ki is probably better. Especially when we talk about all the additionals that are just built into Goku and Frieza. So, like, you know, there's definitely situations where Goku is, I think, just going to be a little bit better than Frieza. But it's like, when you're not, like, basically, when you're running them at their best, Frieza shits on Goku. But if they're not at their best, I think Goku is actually going to be a little bit better. So that is interesting. Now, again, we're running the Pure Saiyan team, just absolutely demolishing, you know, you guys are seeing, like, Super Vegeta is silly. Evolution Blue Vegeta, now I think there's several units in the game better than him. This guy is still amazing, right? Like, I really try, like, you know, there's that picture of, like, it was like someone sleeping in a bed, and there's like a soldier blocking from, like, knives and stuff like that, and I've seen it be a meme a million times, right? It's like, you know, I don't know, good night's sleep, and then it's like, I don't, something, I don't, like a cover or something, you guys know what I'm saying, but, like, that picture, like, the sleeping person is LR Vegeta, and then the person blocking the hate is me. I still think that LR Evolution Blue Vegeta is very good, man. Dummies are out there talking about him like he's ass, and it's like, nah, stop. Like, all the utility and stuff like that they've got are very helpful. I do think the fact that Vegeta is a character you could bring into all these difficult content stages, but not have to worry about him, like, stacking to maintain and stuff like that is helpful, right? Although I still, like, he would be just such a god-level unit if he just had 40% damage reduction start a turn. Like, or he has to build up to it, but then he keeps it. Like, either of those would be fine. And Vegeta would just be so silly. Like, he'd be such a ridiculous unit, right? It's like, you'd have those first 3 hits, and then boom, damage reduction's built up. He's good. Okay, now, there was an update on JP. I think this is the first time I've actually, like, seen this right here. So, notice, we could revive, I believe we could revive on this turn, right? Notice how the little symbol at the bottom is not dancing anymore. Instead, notice the revive icon is on our characters. Like that you could see the little revive icon on our characters, letting us know if we would die, that we would be able to revive. You guys could see it right there, right? That little revive icon. So because of that, I was comfortable putting my Super Vegeta in slot 1. By the way, the friend Super Vegeta is only 55%. As much of a god, I gotta tell Nano, man, get your Super Vegeta back as lead. But Super Vegeta is such a good leader, such a good unit. There's not many Super Vegetas on the friends list. I feel as though maybe a lot of the Japanese player base, like, skipped the Super Vegeta for the Worldwide Download Celebration this year. That's what it seems like, because it is actually kind of tough to find good Super Vegetas. They're not exactly just hanging from the trees there. So this Super Vegeta right here is only 55%. It's still just such a busted unit with, like, his guaranteed crits and stuff like that. And we're just cruising at this point. Like, now that we, you know, sort of full healed, Namek Goku is at the point where he is, you know, completely like a defensive juggernaut at this point in this fight. Broly, by the way, is another character who is between 75 to 80 times better than people realize. Broly is deserving of being in the discussion, I think, for some of the best TURs in the game. You know, a little bit is dependent upon what type of enemy you're fighting, right? Like, you're fighting a pure hybrid Saiyan, Broly is God, right? And he definitely gears more towards longer events as well. But he's pretty powerful, honestly. Like, especially if you're able to get, like, we know Broly's active skill condition, the whole thing, right? But, I mean, if you're able to get it off, he is vicious. Like, dude, look how good he is. Broly is really good, man. Don't, like, people actually just, like, completely act like he's not that good. I've seen a lot of people act like he's not that good, and that's just insanity to me. We also have SCR Broly on the team. I mean, you guys know he's probably... Yeah, he's still the best EZA in the game, right? Yeah, like, is there a better EZA unit than LR SCR Broly? No, he's number one. Because, like, Goku and Frieza are probably behind him. And then, honestly, I like a lot of the I like Super Saiyan 4. Goku over Majin Vegeta. I like probably Physical Cooler over Majin Vegeta in LR Gohan. I think most of the good EZA TURs are better than Majin Vegeta and LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. It's like, it's so weird. Those two units, Majin Vegeta and Gohan can both look really good. Like, they are good. It's just they're not really, like, I don't view them as, like, mega overpowered busted EZAs, right? It's like the restrictions they put on Majin Vegeta are just like, damn, it sucks. Like, I was thinking it maybe wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's one of those things where Majin Vegeta, to me, I was looking at him as mega valuable because he's on 500 category teams. Things like Final Trump Card, Revived Warrior. But, like, Kid Trunks is not on all those category teams. Revived Warrior, Final Trump Card, right? So, like, it just kind of, like, really hurts Majin. It really hurts Majin Vegeta. Because he does need that, right? So, I don't know. They went very, very light on them. All right, so this is done, by the way. We get Broly's active skill off. What is this? Gives him guaranteed crits for the turn, right? So, it's like, now, it's just GG. And if you get any good RNG whatsoever with him busting out super attacks, right? Like, if he does 3 or first 4 supers, it's over. No, oh, he becomes super effective against all types is what it is. He gets 6 keys, 60% attack, and super effective against all types. I really just wish it wasn't, like, one of the worst active skill conditions in the game. But, you know, it's whatever. So, there we go. This event is fine. I mean, it's actually different enough from, like, because the way there's, like, multiple battles in here, and then there also is sort of a longer fight as well. It's fine. I mean, this is, like, seems like the collection of epic battles is just sort of a better version of Infinite Dragon Ball history. But it's like, Dokkan just keeps giving us, like, new difficult content, new stages, all that. You're not going to see me mad or upset. Alright, so there we go. That is the last mission to get done. I mean, maybe I'll do another run through here with, like, a different full power build, right? Or maybe, like, a different Planet Namek Saga build. Like, people were talking about doing videos using teams without the new LRs, which I certainly can do. And then real quick right here, I was just about to end the recording, and I was like, oh, wait, I like to show off my builds and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and do that and finish up. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.